All right, good morning, guys. This is section 10.7, write and graph equations of circles. And the objective would be I can write and graph equations of circles. You'll need 3 graphs. I got some cut out in my room here, so just grab those and be prepared to do a little graphing with these too. Okay, so it's all based off of a starting spot and a distance. Oh, so if you have a circle and you have an x and y coordinate, right? So I think you would agree that if you pick a spot out here, you could draw a triangle with horizontal and vertical lines, meaning you'd go over and up. If you would go over and up, and then connect the two, you'd have a right triangle, right? So you could find the hypotenuse by using a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, you know this is the radius from the distance to the outside of the circle. Let's make another triangle somewhere else. Let's say we want to make it right here. We'd still go over and up, and we'd have a hypotenuse, and we have a right angle. Well, these two things are called the radius, so it's the same, and the distance is really the same all the way around. It really wouldn't matter. No matter what, you can make a right triangle. And because the distances are all the same, really, the formula that comes off of this is the distance formula, which is this right here. Okay, so the equation of a circle is formed from the distance formula. Here's a spot, here's a spot. You know, I'm basically making this circle here up top, where this is h and k, this is x and y. If you want to use the distance formula to find the distance between these two, you would take x subtract h, which is now basically I'm reading off right over here. Add a 2, then you take y subtract k, put both those in parentheses squared, and then take the square root of it. That's the distance formula, guys. Now, the standard equation of a circle really comes from this down here. So the first thing really that goes into your notes would be this as a heading, standard equation of a circle, and then this formula right here. And then I would put underneath that the center is located at h comma k. Here, I'll get this going. There we go. Okay, that's like what's then right underneath that. I would put this, the center is located at h comma k, and its radius is the letter r. All right, and if you need a pause, go ahead and do that, but if not, I'm moving on here. Okay, so this is the first one that you would draw on your notes, and it's a little tough to draw a circle sometimes, but go ahead and do it, guys. So these are your directions. Write an equation of the circle shown, and this is the center of your circle, and it looks like you're going to have to go out 3 in each direction here. So go out 3 over, 3 up, and so when you have that, draw your circle. Let's make it look nice. All right. So standard equation of a circle. All right, we're filling this in. To fill it in, we need to know the center, and we need to know the radius. So the first thing I do when I do these problems is I get my center. The center is a point or a coordinate, and a coordinate is located at 0, 0. The radius is located from the center of the circle to the outside of the circle. Most of them you can just count. You can on this one. You'd count 1, 2, 3 spots. The radius equals 3. Now we have to just plug in the numbers in place of the letters, and here's what you would have as an answer. You'd have parentheses x minus 0 in parentheses squared plus y minus 0 in parentheses squared equals 3 squared. And you could leave this as your final answer. If you'd like to change the 3 squared into a 9, that's fine. In all honesty, if you wanted to leave the zeros off, you could do that too. And example of that would be, this would be your answer. X squared plus y squared equals 9. All right, so this is doing the same thing again here, except You don't go off of a graph. You actually go off of the numbers they give you, which is quite a bit easier. So this is the second problem that goes into your notes. There's no graph with this one, though. This one, we're just writing the equation. Now, because they give you the information, we're just going to go straight to it here. All right, let's just fill in like crazy. So the first thing, you're going to have x minus 0 squared plus y subtract a negative 9. Two negatives, you have to remember, turn into a positive 9 squared equals, and 4.2 squared. This is an acceptable final answer. If you would work it out here, you could leave the 0 off. You could actually take 4.2 squared, but it's fine either way. All right, and this is the exact same thing all over again, so I'm going to skip this one here. And then, now, I'm not going to have you draw this in, because this would be pretty tough. But if you would write an equation of a circle based off of this information, here's what it would look like. Yeah, just make sure you're paying attention for this one. The vertex is located, that's the center of your circle, guys. The center of the circle, maybe I'll use that instead of the center. The center of the circle is located at -1, 3. The distance out is called the radius. Usually you can go straight left or right, up, down, just do that and go count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Radius equals 5. All right, so I've written down the standard form twice now, so I'm going to go right to my answer here. I got x plus 1 in parentheses squared plus y minus 3 in parentheses squared equals 5 squared. This is the final answer. The -1 turned into a +1 because 2 negatives equal positive. 3 goes in the equation, 5 squared. This is it. All right, more of the same, guys. Yeah, it's more of the same. All right. And this would be another one that goes into your notes. Put the directions, and I'll show you how to graph the circle. Now, the center is located at, this is going to seem weird right away, but it's going to make sense because we've been switching the signs all day long. The center is located at 4, -2, because we're pulling them back out of the equation and actually writing down where the center is. The radius, it's 6, because the equation has r squared on the end, so r squared equals 36. The square root of 36 is 6. I need to locate the center of the graph, which is located to the right, 4, down 2. The radius is 6. Count out 6 in each direction. I mean, when I say each direction, I mean up, down, left, and right. Okay, so my center's in the middle, and this is supposed to make a perfect circle, and it's going to be ugly, but here it goes. Okay, you get the idea at least. Yeah. Okay, but anyway, that's the circle. It looks really bad, especially with the orientation of the board, but that is the right answer, guys. Okay, let's go through those points. When you actually graph, I need to see those 4 points that you're branching off of. Okay, and we're skipping this one, and just another one. If you did have to graph, number 5 here, and I think this is the last one you have to graph here, guys. So go ahead and jot this this one down here, and if I was in class, I'd have you just practice it and see if you get it right. The center, you have to write down where that's located. The radius, you need to know how far out you are. I'm hoping by now everyone's was able to tell that the center is located at 4, -3, and the radius is 4. Go to the right 4, down 3. Since the radius is 4, branch out 4 each direction. Oh, that's not 4. Okay, and again, you could tell this, the orientation's weird. It's going to look like an oval again, but yeah. Perfect. Okay, so that's be the answer for that one. I hope everything goes well today, guys. That is the entire lesson. It's all based off of the distance formula. A circle is formed by grabbing a point, measuring a distance out, and making a bunch of them. When you measure that distance out, connect those, you get a circle. That's why it's branched off of the distance formula. Have a great day, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.